There are many different ways to accomplish the Tara, many different ways to get acquainted, get close, receive blessings, to be union with the Tara, to actualize the Tara. Depending on what capacities we, the practitioner, have, we will approach to the Tara that way. Like for myself, I would say, my approach to Tara is like mother, like sister, seeking for blessing, supplication for protection, but also at times to actualize the Tara, to realize the Tara. So for most of us beginners, I think the majority of us, the way we approach to the Tara is most likely for blessing and protection, so from an external source. But for those who have more teachings, those who are more seasoned, it is good to remember to approach Tara not only as an external source of blessing and protection, but also innate nature of our own mind. So not only to pray and supplicate the blessing from Tara, but to really realize the Tara, to be Tara, to be the protector herself. And then also time to time knowing that the principal Tara is none other than the shunyata, or the non-duality of emptiness and clarity. So because of that, our perception of the Tara also can differ. At the moment, many of us, we perceive Arya Tara as a sublime deity who sits on a higher sort of throne or a seat, holding different attributes, different color, radiating lights, so on and so forth. And all the way to expanding it with a grand motivation and attitude, thinking even a flapping of a flag is a Aryatara's movement. Color of the sky, trees, mountains, breeze, all as a Tara's form. All the sound that we hear are Tara's mantra. And of course, all with the motivation of enlightening all the sentient beings. So in this way, we accomplish the Tara in the most profound way. Anyway, for the deluded beings like us, we like numbers, we like varieties, we like categories. We have then Khadiravani Tara, which is the green Tara, and her mantra is Om Tare Tutare Ture Swaha. And maybe you can repeat after me the mantra. Okay, Om Tare Tutare Ture Swaha. There are infinite amounts of Tara, but I will just briefly go through some of them. Then there's the Tara that is the glorious Tara, that is a very, quick one, swift lady of Tara. I think the Tara is mainly to protect, obstacles and injuries, especially injuries. Usually red color. Again, it different tradition and different sadhana differs, so can't really be specific. So please repeat her mantra. Om Tare Tutare Ture Vashang Guru Swaha. And then the peaceful Tara, or also the white Tara, to specify evil spirits, and diseases. I think the name of this Tara is sort of the pacifier. The pacifier. So please repeat the mantra. Om Tare.
Om Tare.
Tutare.
Tutare.
Ture.
Ture.
Shinting.
Shinting.
Guru.
Kuru.
Swaha.
Soha.
And then the golden Tara, sort of for prosperity and increasing. Prosperity, increasing the longevity, yellow color. Repeat the mantra. Om,
Om.
Tare,
Tare.
Tutare,
Tutare.
Ture,
Ture.
Pushting,
Pushting.
Guru,
Kuru.
Soha.
Soha.
And then the victorious Tara. Now this is this Tara again, like there are many Taras and some of them became really popular. And among the few of the Tara that became popular, this is one of really popular. Comes in many different forms. She is supposedly the embodiment of all the Ushnisha, the head of the Buddha. I think many Chinese emperors of the past, they sort of they worshipped her probably in the interest of victory, power, very powerful, and victory. Comes in many different forms, like 6 arms, white color, yellow color. Very popular in places like, in Tibet and also in China. Okay, so okay, repeat the mantra. Om,
Om.
Tare,
Tare.
Tutare,
Tutare.
Ture,
Ture.
Ayurjana,
Ayurjana.
Pushting Kuru,
Pushting. Kuru.
Soha.
Soha.
And then the Tara that I don't know how to translate that one. Tara that says or sounds, hung, for communication. I think this one is, and especially summoning. Usually, sometimes red, but colors really doesn't matter. It's infinite. So please repeat the mantra. Om,
Om.
Tare,
Tare.
Tutare,
Tutare.
Ture,
Ture.
Shetri,
Shetri.
Akarshaya,
Akashya.
Shri,
Shri.
Swaha.
Soha.
And then another victorious Tara for the victory, but the victory from the 3 world, overcoming. Basically, she's also surrounded by ghosts. So repeat mantra. Om,
Om.
Tare,
Tare.
Tutare,
Tutare.
Ture,
Ture.
Shatun,
Shatun.
Uchataya,
Uchataya.
Swaha.
Soha.
And then the next is the destroyer of the other, the Tara. To protect from, I think, spell and black magic, and she's at times portrayed as black. Om,
Om.
Tare,
Tare.
Tutare,
Tutare.
Ture,
Ture.
Sarva,
Sarva.
Vidya,
Vidya.
Arara,
Harara.
Varanaya,
Haramaya.
Swaha.
Soha.
And the conqueror of enemy and demons, the Arya, the Tara, another Tara. at times red color. Okay. Om.
Om.
Tare.
Tare.
Tutare.
Tutare.
Ture.
Ture.
Sarva.
Sava.
Mara.
Mara.
Shatun.
Shachun.
Maraya.
Maraya.
Phat. Swaha.
Soha.
And then Tara that protects us from all fear. Green one, this one. Om.
Om.
Tare.
Tare.
Tutare.
Tutare.
Ture.
Ture.
Mam.
Mam.
Upa.
Upa.
Krama.
Rama.
Raksha. Raksha.
Raksha. Raksha.
Swaha.
Soha.
And then the Tara who brings demons and the three world under her power. Another red one. Om.
Om.
Tare.
Tare.
Tutare.
Tutare.
Ture.
Ture.
Sarva.
Sava.
Mara.
Mara.
Pramar. Dani.
Tare.
Swaha.
Soha.
And then the Tara who dispels the poverty. I think this is for wealth. Yellow. Om.
Om.
Tare.
Tare.
Tutare.
Tutare.
Ture.
Ture.
Vasudharani.
Vasudarani.
Swaha.
Soha.
Yeah, this is actually wealth deity. And then Tara that creates auspiciousness. Om.
Om.
Tare.
Tare.
Tutare.
Tutare.
Ture.
Ture.
Mangalam.
Mangalam.
Swaha.
Soha.
Okay, then the next one is Tara blazing like a fire, again to overcome demons and obstacles. Om.
Om.
Tare.
Tare.
Tutare.
Tutare.
Ture.
Ture.
Baya.
Maya.
Bakshim.
Akshin.
Guru.
Guru.
Soha.
Soha.
Actually, maybe, wait. Can you repeat that again? Om.
Om.
Tare.
Tare.
Tutare.
Tutare.
Ture.
Ture.
Baya.
Maya.
Bashmim.
Ashmi.
Guru.
Guru.
Soha.
Soha.
The frowning one. This is to subjugate and outshine the demons. Make them uncomfortable, basically. Om.
Om.
Tare.
Tare.
Tutare.
Tutare.
Ture.
Ture.
Vajra.
Vajra.
Maha.
Maha.
Pada.
Pada.
Bashmim.
Kashmi.
Guru Soha.
Guru Soha.
And then again another peaceful Tara, white. This one is really for like purifying, like bad karma, like that kind of. Om.
Om.
Tare.
Tare.
Tutare.
Tutare.
Ture.
Ture.
Sarva.
Sava.
Papam.
Apam.
Prasham.
Prasham.
Manaya.
Maya.
Swaha.
Soha.
And then Tara that arise from the awareness, also Hung, Tara that arises from the Hung of awareness. This is, I think, Tara for the wisdom. Om.
Om.
Tare.
Tare.
Tutare.
Tutare.
Ture.
Ture.
Sarva.
Sava.
Dharma.
Dharma.
Prati.
Ati.
Pari.
Hari.
Shodaya.
Shodaya.
Soha.
Soha.
And then Tara that shakes the three world again to overcome obstacles. Om.
Om.
Tare.
Tare.
Tutare.
Tutare.
Ture.
Ture.
Sarva.
Sava.
Stambani.
Sambani.
Tare.
Tare.
Soha.
Soha.
And then Tara who protects you from the poison. Om.
Om.
Tare.
Tare.
Tutare.
Tutare.
Ture.
Ture.
Naga.
Naga.
Visha.
Isha.
Shenting.
Chanting.
Guru.
Guru.
Soha.
Soha.
And then Tara who elevates all suffering. Bad dreams also mean like bad dreams and suffering. Om.
Om.
Tare.
Tare.
Tutare.
Tutare.
Ture.
Ture.
Machana.
Matana.
Soha.
Soha.
And then Tara, who dispels all the contagious disease and plagues. Om.
Om.
Tare.
Tare.
Tutare.
Tutare.
Ture.
Ture.
Visa.
Visa.
Rata.
Rata.
Soha.
Soha.
And then Tara, who perfects all enlightened activities, especially for the Dharma practitioner, this one. Om.
Om.
Tare.
Tare.
Tutare.
Tutare.
Ture.
Ture.
Sarva.
Sava.
Siddhi.
Siji.
Sadhanam.
Sadhanam.
Soha.
Soha.
Okay, so these are the 21 different Taras, 21 mantras. You can consider you have received the transmission of this 21 Tara. Now, just briefly, if you want to practice Tara, then I would, there are many different sadhanas, so many different sadhanas which you can choose from. It is always good to begin with the refuge and bodhicitta, and then, depending on different sadhanas, practicing manual, you go through that. If you don't have any specific sadhana, or sometimes when you don't really want to rely on sadhana but you just want to practice Tara, then I would suggest you visualize the Tara and her hand, right hand, with a protecting gesture like this. You can visualize yourself underneath her hand, and all the others, those who you wish to protect from, like your children, family, friends. And then you chant the mantras or do praise. Praise is more like a tools to remember Tara, because remembering the deity is the quintessential. So in order to do that, we do praise and offering and all that. And then at times you can visualize Tara above you, and all the blessings in the form of light or liquid dissolve into you, coming from her and dissolve into you. And then chant a mantra or the praise. And also, okay, and then at times Tara dissolve into you and you become Arya Tara, whichever form you can choose. And you then chant a mantra or do the praise. But, okay, and then as for the praise, there's many different version of praise. There's one that is very popularly known, 21 Tara, in which you can do that, or one that you are doing just now, that's also fine. Main thing is remembering her. And I want to give you just some important advice. If you want to follow the Arya Tara, try not to limit yourself thinking that you should practice this only in certain time like morning or night or in certain place like your room in front of the shrine, certain duration like you should at least do like 1 hour or half an hour. You should never think like that. At any time, anywhere, however short, even if it is a few moments, remembering the Tara and considering that as a proper practice and being happy with that. And of course, keep on doing it consistently, not forgetting months after months and doing it again in one go for a long time, but instead, doing it many times, short and many times, but consistently. And then at the end, dedication. Yes. Okay. Do you have any questions? If any.
Can I get... I will ask him, eu vou fazer em inglês, depois eu traduzo para português. Can I get these blessings and the teachings of the Taras in a complementary way by learning or focusing on the 5 gender Buddhas in order not to focus on...
Focusing on the 5. Oh yes, of course. Yeah. As I said, that's the absolute Tara. Of course, if you can do that, that's the best. It's just that because it's so simple, we may not be able to do it because our habit of needing color, shape, mantras, it always will, The highest or the most profound Tara is the simplest. But the simplicity has its challenge because, we don't know how to do it. And many times we think we are doing it, but then we are not. And meanwhile, the time goes. Whereas, like chanting mantras and, sadhanas, at least you are doing something visibly, tangibly. Yeah. That's why all these sadhanas are also necessary for a lot of us. But that ultimate level of approaching to the Tara is important. Definitely. Okay, the next one.
So as she feels that as her practice develops, she feels that things change inside her, but also she feels like it's a kind of a stairway, and then she goes up a little bit, or deeper a little bit, and then as it ripens a little, she feels like there are 2 sides of her. And then, there's this side that has ripened with the practice, and this other odd side that feels self-important. And she looks at someone beside her, and this person is being rude to her child, and she says, I'm better off than that person. And then the other side of her judges this one and tells her, who do you think you are? You want to attain enlightenment and take others to enlightenment? Look what you're doing. And then that puts her down, and her practice weakens, and she spends some time without doing the practice. And then that one side says, you have to practice, go practice. And then she goes back, and she feels like she's moving a little forward and a little back, and it's been years. And she feels like she has just moved a little bit, like she had taken 1 step forward and 2 steps back.
This Jingme Lingpa said that the practitioner must juggle between, not really juggle, but practitioner must have confidence and humility, together. So what she's going through, I would not worry about it. That's how it should be, when we are in the path. That's the only way. There should be a confidence that what you do is good. There should be a humility to think that it's not good enough. And as we keep on doing that, then after a while, we will slowly be free from all sorts of, references. Then you won't go through all this, struggle of am I doing right and all that. Okay.
Not a question, Rinpoche, but a request. If, according to your schedule, which he knows is rather busy, you could stay longer in São Paulo.
Okay. What else?
Just wondering whether you could speak a little bit more about the emerging of the deity, how it works. Janana Sattva, Sattva is Samaya Sattva.
Samaya Sattva is what you have visualized. Basically, sort of what you have fabricated. It's something that, for the sake of communication, let's call it fake one. And Janana Sattva is the real one, so to speak. So first you do the fake one, and then you consecrate this with a real one. Then the fake one becomes real one. Just like the statues. But confidence of why, because for the beginners, both seems to be fake, like what you visualize, and then you visualize the taras coming from somewhere and dissolve into you. Both seems to be fake, but the main real one is the fact that you are Aryatara from the beginningless time. That confidence and that knowledge makes it real. Okay. What else?
So he's asking whether we could have the mantras in print, and if in the future sometime you could give us empowerment of the Jamyang Chense Wampo. Right?
Okay. We will try to do. The mantra, we could do it. I will try to put it together. If he's talking about the Abhisheka, then maybe it takes a bit of time, needs arrangement. Mm-hmm. But I think I don't know, but it's just now transformed into Tangtong Gyalbo. So everything is...
Rinpoche, for beginners,
yeah.
What's the best way to cultivate visualization?
Confidence. Even though you don't, look at yourself and you say, oh, it's not green. No, I'm green. I'm red.
Is it better to start with small details and
yes.
then expand?
If you want to, yes. If you want to have more, yeah. If you that's one of the method. But I think the most important is the confidence.
Okay, Rinpoche, this question is about a question that I did for you about 10 years ago, that I've been thinking about this answer, but I'm still trying to get it.
So during shamatha practice, sometimes she feels like afraid, and it brings her back out of the meditation. The meditation weakens, and as she talked about this years ago, and you said it's like you're in a cliff holding to some grass, and she's been trying to figure that since. And then years later, when she met your father, he said something like that and said, don't hold. And she thinks that means that she should expose her mind and watch what her mind is showing, but then when you open your eyes, anything can come. And since Tara has so many different aspects and which antidote different emotions, how can she deal with the attempt to be open, trying to be one with her mind all the time, how to deal with the result of not being ready to face all that?
I would say the technique, she should keep it simple. Do the same thing. The only thing she need to know is that there is no cliff. So the whole trying to hold the grass or some is creating a lot of stress. That's what she need to keep in mind. The technique she should not change. Whatever happens, Just being aware of that. That should be her technique, nothing else. That, in a way, is a shamatha and vipassana together.
So the first question, rather simple one, like these taras you talked us about, you mentioned with all those names you called them by, are they related? Are they the same of this praise to the 21 taras that we do?
Generally, yes. But as I said again and again, different version, different, that, when you read a different version, you will think, oh, it's another thing. But it's not really another thing. It comes in a different form.
She asked whether the names relate to various activities they indicate.
Yes, that's also very general.
Now, regarding her own practice, sometimes when she visualizes that she is the deity, she said she can actually feel like her karmas are gone, feel like the deity, and have this sensation of enlightenment, which feels very good, but she cannot keep it. So, regarding your advice that we remember the practice all the time, not only at specific times, if she also tried to keep that sensation, if that would be a consistent practice?
No, she should not think about that sensation at all. Like the saliva she spit on the dirt, she should not even look at it twice and go back to the mindful, remembering of the Tara.
As a beginner practitioner, how would you, what kind of advice, what piece of advice you'd give so that he would develop a irreversible confidence in the practice of Tara?
Well, I would say if you're a really beginner, you should really hear the teachings more. Not just about Tara, actually more about, the Buddhist principle of Four Noble Truths, shunyata, all of that. Dependent arising, cause and effect. These are very important teachings. Those will make your confidence unshakable.
I want to express my gratitude, making an offering. He said, among all students, I'm probably the slowest. And out of your compassion, you have answered his questions, even by email, and he's been trying to follow them. 8 years ago, he managed to get during the World Cup, he managed to get a jersey of the national team, signed by all players. And he'll get it again this time. He'll make it an offering in the name of Kadroling, Otsaling, Kadrola, Lama Tsering, Lama Norbe, Lama Sherab, all of us.
Anyway, this is the Tara that I'm commissioning. This is my version. One of the 21. This one is according to one sadhana. It's not like I made it up or anything. I think this one is the this one is the what do you call it? The destroyer of the bad dream or something. That one. Yes, Nirma Palma.
Nilma Palmo, the name?
I think so, yes. I'm not so
Acredito que sim. Quase certeza.
because it's all in your perception. So this is, you can say how I'm. This is the one that you guys are practicing, I think. I've asked Bollywood poster painters to paint.
How can we really balance having so many outer challenges in the samsara, places to go, things to do, and how can we really use that in order to put our practice in motion?
I would say aspiration is probably the best thing we could do. Aspiring to do all of that. Aspiring to benefit all sentient beings. Okay, we will end this morning.